Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is another video in supposedly integral calculus, but it can also be part of statics. This is about revolving a region about an inclined axis, and we use Pappus proposition in deriving or arriving at the answer. This problem is similar to one of the problems given in the final exams in statics in the university where I am currently teaching. I hope that through this video you can also have ideas on how to solve problems about regions revolve about an inclined axis. So here we go. For the region bounded by the curves x squared minus 6x plus y equals 0 and x minus y equals 0, determine the volume generated when revolved about the inclined axis x minus y equals 0. So first, let's plot the curve. This is a parabola. If you have mastered graphs of curves or equations, then this is a parabola. But for those who have not yet familiar with graphs of parabolas, you can go to my playlist in algebra or in mathematics engineering review material and find the topic on conics or parabolas where I derived the standard forms of equation of parabolas. So anyway, in algebra also, in engineers in progress, I think discussed this graph. So first, we have x squared minus 6x. Let's complete the square in x. So x squared minus 6x, half of negative 6 is negative 3. Square it, so 9. Then transpose y to the right, so that's why you have negative y. Since we added 9 in the left side, we also add 9 in the right side. So this is quantity x minus 3 square equals negative quantity y minus 9. So this is the standard form of equation of a parabola. It is open downward because the sign in the right side is negative. So it is a parabola open downward. With vertex, the standard equation of a parabola is quantity x minus 3, one of the standard forms of equations of parabolas, x minus h squared equals plus minus latus rectum quantity y minus k. The other one, if it is open to the right or to the left, is y minus k quantity square equals plus minus latus rectum quantity x minus h, where h and k are coordinates of the vertex of the parabola. And the sign in the right side, in the first degree term, is the opening of the parabola. In this case, it is negative, so it is open downward. So the vertex is we set this to 0, so x is 3, and we set this quantity to 0, y minus 9 equals 0, so 9. And it is open downward, and we also need more points, like when x is 0 in the original equation, y is also 0, so it passes the origin. And when x is 6, for example, then y is also 0. 6 squared minus 6 times 0, so y is 0. So it passes through also this point, which is 6 comma 0. So this is the parabola. It is open downward. While the graph of this line, this is a line, x minus y equals 0. So x equals y or y equals x. So meaning if x is 0, this is 0. So the points of intersection of these two, this parabola and this line here, is one point of intersection is at the origin 0, 0, because when x is 0, y is 0, and the other point to be determined. So since y equals x, from this equation here, we replace y here by x, so x squared minus 6x plus x equals 0. So x squared minus 5x equals 0. Factoring out x, then we have x times quantity x minus 5 equals 0. That's why x is 0, so y is 0, and x is 5, y is 5. So the other point of intersection here is 5 gamma 5. So that's why this is the line, bounding line. So this is the region to be considered, and let's revolve this about this inclined axis, this blue line here. Now for the area, we have upper y, which is the y of the parabola, and lower y, which is the y of the line. So the height, therefore, of this rectangular strip is upper y minus lower y lower or lower y. So if we solve this directly, because this is the inclined axis, the centroid of the rectangular strip is average of the y-coordinate above and y-coordinate below. That is one half of quantity upper y plus lower y. And since the coordinates of this centroid is y sub c upper y plus lower y over 2, then this is lower y. Therefore, the height, half of the height of this strip, rectangular strip, must be equal to this height. This is y sub c upper y plus lower y over 2 from centroid of strip to the x-axis. Then we subtract lower y minus lower y, and if we simplify, that's quantity 1/2. That's 1/2 quantity upper y minus lower y. So the length of this is quantity 1/2 quantity upper y minus lower y. Therefore, the perpendicular distance of the centroid of the strip to this inclined line, which I represent here as D, then we form a right triangle. The angle of inclination of this line is 45 degrees. Therefore, the angle that the vertical strip, half of the vertical strip, makes with this inclined line is also 45 degrees. Therefore, D is half of the length of the strip times sine of 45 degrees. So D, where is that? Here, that's half of the height of the strip, which is 1/2 quantity upper y minus lower y, times sine of 45 degrees, because this is also 45 degrees. So that's the distance of the centroid of the strip from this axis of revolution. So that if we apply Pappus theorem, the volume is the integral of the differential area of the strip, which is upper y minus lower y dx, then times the distance traveled by the centroid, which is, because this is a circular path, the path traveled by the centroid of the strip is circular. The length of the path, or the distance traveled by the centroid, is equal to 2 pi times d. 2 pi times d. D is the radius of revolution. So volume, therefore, by Pappus theorem is equal to area, which is differential area of the strip, times 2 pi radius of revolution d, where d is, as I said, this length here, half of the length of the strip, which is 1/2 quantity upper y minus lower y times sine 45 degrees, and the differential area is, of course, the area of the strip, which is upper y minus lower y times thickness dx, which is that. Then this is the 2 pi, then radius of revolution d, 1/2 of upper y minus lower y, then times sine of 45 degrees. Cancel out 2, then we factor out. We put pi sine 45 before the integral sign, then we'll have integral 0 to 5 of upper y minus lower y times upper y minus lower y dx. And if we expand that, that is simply upper y squared minus twice upper y lower y, then plus lower y squared. Substitute the values. Upper y is the y of the parabola, which is 6x minus x squared. If you transpose negative 6x and x squared to the right, so that's 6x minus x squared, quantity squared, and minus 2 times upper y, 6x minus x squared. The lower y is the y of this line, which is simply x, because y is x. then times x, so minus 2 upper y lower y, then plus lower y square, which is x, then x square. Using your calculator and integrating, you will get 231.4 cubic units. So likewise, by direct application of the Pappus theorem, we first find the area of the region. Then after that, we locate the centroid. We call it barred x, barred y, and we substitute into the formula for the distance from a point, this point here, the centroid, to this line here, which is the axis of revolution. And to do that, we compute first the area, which is integral from 0 to 5 of upper y minus lower y dx, and you will get 125 over 6 square units. Then by first moment of mass concept, or Varignon's theorem, the moment of the area is about the y-axis is, with respect to the y-axis rather, is area times barred x equals integral of x sub c dA, where x sub c is the x coordinate of the centroid of the differential element, which is just x, because this is a vertical strip. Then it is integral of x sub c, which is just x, then dA upper y minus lower y dx, and using your calculator, you will get 5 halves, or 2.5. Likewise, area 125 over 6 barred y equals integral of y sub c dA. Y sub c is the y coordinate of the centroid, which is equal to the average of the upper and lower y. So 1/2 quantity upper y plus lower y over 2, and differential area is upper y minus lower y dx. Simplifying, that's 1/2 integral 0 to 5 of upper y square minus lower y square. Substituting values, so 125 over 6 barred y is equal to, so from here, 6 over 2 is 3, then over 125, integral of upper y square minus lower y square dx. So solving for barred y using your calculator, you will get barred y equals 5 units. Finally, substitute into the formula for distance from a point to a line, which is absolute value of ax1 plus by1 plus c, all over square root of a square plus b square. So we write x minus y equals 0. So 1x, 1 times barred x, 1 times 5 halves, minus 1 times barred y, which is 5 constant 0, all over square root of 1 square plus a square plus b square, which is 1 square plus 1 square. The numerator is 2.5, absolute value is 2.5, the denominator is square root of 2. Substitute into Pappus theorem, which is volume equals area times distance traveled by the centroid. So volume equals area 125 over 6, then 2 pi distance traveled by the centroid, or the radius of revolution, is 2 pi times d, where the radius of revolution is 2.5 over square root of 2. And you will get the same results of 231.4 cubic units. So that's it for this problem. I hope that when you encountered same problem or problems with asking for the volume generated by the region and to be revolved about an inclined axis, you can solve the problem again. So for those of my students, if you can recall the problem given, then you have to sketch it. It lies somewhere here, and the line would be x plus y equals 0, would be like this. Then I hope that you can find the answer.